Yo, what's up, everybody? Blaine Brooks, formerly known as the 12th Man Podcast, but we're taking this opportunity, coming back from hiatus, to do a little bit of a rebrand. From this day forward, we will be known as the Abrazo Football Podcast. If you haven't tried the Abrazo Mate yet, you know what I'm saying? Head over to the site, get yourself some, Anyway, before we hop into today's episode, we felt it would only be right to, remember the super agent, the agent of the greats, like Zlatan, Pogba, Erling Haaland, formerly the agent of some other great players, lots of great players actually. Mino Raiola passed away during last week, so just wanted to take a second to, send condolences and show some respect. Brooks, any thoughts or favorite memories of Mino Raiola throughout the years?
Every favorite memory I have has to do with him and Zlatan, but I mean, just the thoughts are crazy. Like, he was on Twitter like the day before he died saying, "I'm still alive.
Yeah.
This is craziness. Like, don't believe everything here." And then the next day, so I don't even know if it's public yet what happened, right?
Sure.
Do you know like how he died or like what the issue was?
He was sick. I mean, he was sick, right? I don't know if it was COVID, if it was like something cardiovascular. Man loves to party, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'll share my, obviously, him and Zlatan had a whole lot of fun. He was also he was the agent of a lot of people. I overall just liked the way that clubs hated him so much.
Yeah.
Because he would come in and and get ransom money for all of his clients. Like, listen, you paying me, you paying him, you paying the club that he came from, you paying his dad, you paying his mama, and you paying the entourage. And if that's not how it goes down, the lid ain't coming to Juventus. Do you want him or not? And then the clients run down deals anyway. So
yeah, I mean, he was the reason that some people didn't want to work with super agents anymore. But you have to say that every one of his players or every one of the players that he represented, I mean, he always did right by them. It was like, I don't really care about the club so much as I care about my player getting the person I represent getting what he's worth and getting what they want. And he made crazy deals go through. He manned that Pogba deal, at the time biggest deal ever. Yeah. So, he definitely was the guy. If you were high profile, you wanted what you wanted and you knew what you wanted, he would be the one to get it for you.
Amen. So rest in peace to that man. But
yes,
moving from one Italian onto another one, Mr. Carlo Ancelotti, or however you pronounce it. I never can pronounce it properly, but I feel like a good place to start this week's podcast is to talk about him, highlight him as our person of the week. As you all know, Real Madrid won their 35th title, and Carlo Ancelotti won his 5th top flight trophy in the European top 5 leagues, or whatever the statistic is. He won the league with PSG, Chelsea, AC Milan, Bayern, and now he won a couple Champions Leagues with Madrid, but he had never won La Liga. So, I mean, what more could we say about Carlo Ancelotti? I remember when he went to Madrid, people were like, "Oh yeah, he's a stopgap, he's a pushover." People didn't really expect him to do what he's doing. They were disrespecting him. So
they were disrespecting him.
First off, so what are your thoughts? Because I got a lot of thoughts on Carlo.
I mean, I think that we may have talked about this a while ago on the channel. I think that PSG, specifically PSG's best chance at winning Champions League was when he was coaching them. I just think that that's how good and how underrated he is. I think that he doesn't really get enough credit. He's been a lot of places and he's won a lot of titles, at least domestically. But even with Madrid, he's won multiple Champions Leagues, right?
Two. One with AC.
And AC Milan. Yeah, this dude is just very underrated. I mean, I don't know. He's in there a short amount of time, gets in and gets out. The crazy thing is, we can see what happened with Everton as soon as he left, right? And no disrespect to Frank Lampard, because I do think that what he's doing is a more long-term, going to maybe take some time. But I think he's great. I think Ancelotti doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, that's the only point I was gonna make. Is like he's been a lot of places. He won a lot of stuff. He takes a job. Like I feel like that's the thing. Like you take a job beneath you in Everton, and people are like, oh yeah, Everton's like 13th position. Like Ancelotti's trash. And it's like, okay, you give it to a regular manager. They're fighting in relegation zone. Like even great managers, like like you could say like a Jurgen Klopp or Pep or Jose Mourinho, like they can't. Like no one's gonna get Everton to a point where they could win the league or even break top 4. So it's like middle of the table. You should have been satisfied.
Right.
Anyway. All right, man, let's move on to some hot topics. Brooks, we got a list of some things here. I want to get your first thought on the so UEFA Champions League semifinals coming up this Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we're all on the same page here. Villarreal's probably going to get knocked out. Liverpool made light work of them last week. They'll probably finish what they started. Or do you disagree?
No, I mean, I think that the whole world agrees that Villarreal had a really great run. It would be cool if they knocked him out, but at this point, I just think that already down 2 goals, I feel like their run is coming to an end. I wish they would beat Liverpool, but all they need is 3 goals to none. But
it ain't gonna happen.
Yes, it's not happening.
Take on this.
All right.
Madrid, City. All right.
Yeah.
Give me your predictions. How's this gonna play out on Wednesday?
I mean, so as you know, I was out of Wi-Fi for like a week and a half, thanks to the Spanish people of Spain. But I want to shout out Orange on Plaza Catalunya number 7. Thank you so much, Raquel, for getting it taken care of. Now I have Wi-Fi. Granted, we're now in a hotel in a different country, but I wasn't able to see the game. But I think I sent you a picture where I was listening to this game on a radio. Like they have this, I think it was like Marca or something. I'm listening to this game, and every couple minutes, these dudes are going crazy about another goal scored. So first of all, I'm really upset that I missed. Now I'm like watching highlights, and like randomly a YouTube thing will pop up and it's like best game ever. And I'm like, dude, I literally missed probably one of the best Champions League games in the history of the competition. But this is just Madrid. I mean, it's like what they do. It's what Benzema does. It's that this whole season. I mean, even this whole like year and a half, like since Benzema's or 2 years since Benzema's kind of made his return to the French national team, he's the one to I don't know, to pull it through for everyone. So, I mean, obviously Vinny Jr. had a great game too. That whole Madrid squad had a great game. But there you go, this kid. I just feel like if Man City could get their defense in order, they give up a goal every game. They're giving up goals. Like, yeah, they're scoring them now. For a minute ago, they couldn't really score a goal. Now Jesus is kind of on fire. Nathan Ake, everyone's scoring goals, but they just can't stop the goals from coming in at this point. So I really don't know what to say. I want City to win, and then I want them to beat Liverpool. It's just like, I just feel like there's a lot going against them right now because they're only 1 point ahead in the league right now. Liverpool is firing. These guys got to play the toughest team in the competition probably, which is Madrid, because this is just, it's theirs. They know how to win it. They've done it time and time again. They're on fire right now. I think that it's a really tough task for City, but I do want them to win to win this series and then win the Champions League. But that's a tough task because the next leg is at home for Madrid. Sorry, I just ranted there.
I would love to see City succeed.
Yeah.
I'd be happy for a lot of those boys, but this is Madrid's competition. They embarrassed PSG. They embarrassed my Chelsea. They've been embarrassing people all season long.
Yeah, they have. Except for that game against
City
Barca.
Barca had their number on the night, but since that game, they haven't looked back. They had two blips this season, and one of them happened to be in El Clasico. But yeah, man, I think Nathan Ake got injured over the weekend too, so I feel like City is even thinner in their defense.
Dang.
And I don't know. I feel like City's gonna get knocked out. Guardiola's gonna over-engineer it or something.
He is.
Benzema
He is
a monster. Vinny's a monster. They let Luka Modric take a break when they won their 35th title on the weekend. So old legs. Cruz, I think he rested too. Casemiro was playing center back.
Now Madrid is deep too. We forget.
They got the momentum too. They do, and they like imagine this. Like City, okay, we're only a point ahead of Liverpool. Like you said, we're fighting just to get this Premier League title. Madrid's like, yo, we already got the other trophy. We pumped up. We went down to the fountain and had a celebration. It's like they got like 10 batteries shoved in their back, and they're playing at home. It's about to be over.
It really is. You're right. The only thing City has going for them is that, luckily, for Pep's sake, for City's sake, is that away goals obviously don't count anymore, or else they would be done for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I think. I mean, they scored so many goals at the Etihad. Like, yo, you have to protect that. Yeah, so I think you're right. Pep might try to overthink this, like he did in the final last year.
Also, people gonna say I'm a hater. What I'm looking forward to, and there's no Ramos on the team anymore, but last time Liverpool met, I think it was 2018, the last time Madrid won. They met in the final, Madrid and Liverpool, and Salah got his arm broke. So broke him up. So, I mean, I just feel like if they make it through it as Liverpool, like, Liverpool's probably still has PTSD from like 4 seasons ago.
They probably do, but they are a much stronger team in like every aspect at this point, I think. But
no, yeah, That I mean, the only reason they didn't win that season is because they had, I think it was Karius, or whoever their goalkeeper was. He was like giving goals, like he gave Benzema like a tap in.
So do you think? So all right, so you think Madrid's going through? Do you think they're going to win the Champions League then? If they're going to beat Liverpool. Okay, so then who do you think is going to win the Premier League then? Sticking with the like City and Liverpool thing.
Okay. So we were going to cover this later, but let's just talk about it right now. Who do I think is going to win the Premier League?
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't see either side losing. So City, I think City holds on.
Yeah, I mean, I want them to, and I think that they will. I mean, they definitely can. It's just that it's like. And this is obviously not related because Arsenal has been this way for a very long time now, but it's like you almost lately, it's like, maybe not. It's just like, what City am I going to see? Am I going to see the one where they like really protect the back and they win 1-0? Or are we going to see a City that goes out there and wins 4-2? Or are we going to see the City that can't even really get a shot on goal? But I think that, at least with Jesus lately, like they kind of know they're getting their goals. So I do think that, if they can just hold this down the next few weeks, I think that they got this. But I would like to see City win. I think they will.
Yeah, like I can't remember who's left, but like their schedule versus Liverpool's schedule, they definitely have. I'm pretty sure the easier schedule, and Liverpool also has an FA Cup final against Chelsea.
Yeah.
That they also have to fit in somewhere. So it's like one more game. So I feel like if someone were to drop points. Not likely. I don't think either will, but if one were to, I would think that Liverpool.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I think you're right. I don't think either of them will lose the rest of the season. Yeah. Well, at least in the Premier League.
So for that reason, so like City. Yeah, City will probably win it, and then Liverpool realistically is probably going to do the cup double with the FA and League Cup.
Yeah.
And I mean, they might win the
probably the Champions League.
I doubt it. I mean, I want the City Madrid side to win the Champions League. Whoever wins between them, I think it's going to be Madrid. But if City did go through, I hope they beat. Obviously, I don't want Liverpool to win anything. So.
No, I don't want to win anything. I know.
No more on Liverpool.
No, yeah, for real. All right, yeah, because plus they got Tottenham coming up, so I hope that they crush Tottenham because that's what Arsenal needs right now. To stick in stay with the top 4, or if Chelsea keeps losing, the top 3. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, man. I mean, they beat Chelsea in the week. They beat West Ham today.
Yeah.
Defender
beat Man U. Yeah, the defense is scoring their goals.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the next one.
Okay, so PSG, believe it or not, just barely won their 10th title, as you mentioned to me, and they got their commemorative star above their logo.
Yeah.
Are they going to have that from now on, like Bayern and like Dortmund and all those other clubs that have the star above, or is it just like a one-off?
I think that I want to say that they will have it from now on because Marseille has theirs, and I don't know if that's something that Marseille has had forever, or if that's because they. Let me just look real quick at how many times Marseille has won this, but I want to say that they're going to have it forever. Which they've won this thing 10 times. That's why they have the Star of Marseille as well. I just don't get it. Like you don't do anything forever, and then once the 10th hits, you put a star. Like, what's the reason? World Cup is different, obviously, but when you won this thing 9 times, you've never put any marking on there, and then all of a sudden that 10th one hits and you get a star. I don't understand it, but yeah, I think it's going to stay there, especially if Marseille keeps theirs, which they have been. So yeah, I don't think that thing's going anywhere. It looked cool.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that for a second though. Do you like the badge decoration? I personally don't like it. Like in Major League Soccer, like RSL, they won one, they get a star. Like LA Galaxy has like 5 or 6. Like I don't like it for leagues. No.
Yes.
Yeah, for leagues, I'm just like, yeah, World Cup, I get it because you're all doing the same thing, and it's only a star for. It's not like how many, Copa.
Right.
I just drew or whatever. Copa Americas. How many Euros? How many Africa Cup of Nations have you won? It's how many World Cups did you win? I'm stunting on you. But it's like
yeah.
It's like, okay, Bayern Munich, like you got like 5 stars because you've won 50 titles.
Yeah, come on.
Like that doesn't mean anything. Now, if you like won it, now like for example, in the Champions League, like when they throw like the 5 or the 6 or the 13 or 11, like to show how many titles you have inside like the badge on your shoulder.
Yeah, on a patch like that, fine.
That's fine.
Stun a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you win like the Premier League, or if you got the Uber Eats and it like says like 2021, 22 champion, and it has like 10 stars on there for each one, like that's cool. But like when it's on the kit like that, that's whack. To me, to buy if it's like a one-off commemorative that shows like the years like 99, 2000, 2003.
Yeah,
like,
that's different.
Like a one-off like that, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like the kit like they wore looked dope. But,
yeah, it looked great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to see that every single game, every single week on every single kit. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though. And it's like, especially for people like Bayern Munich, and at this point PSG, although they didn't win it last year, but it's like every year it's not even fun to watch this league anymore. Like, I don't care. I mean, make it exciting. Like, anyway.
Yeah. Well, dude, so yeah, PSG, like, okay, they didn't win last year, then they won like 3 in a row, then Monaco won, and then maybe they won like 3, but Bayern Munich, I mean, I feel like they say the French league is like the 5th best league, and Bayern and Bundesliga is 4th, but they've won a decade in a row.
I mean, come on.
Like a decade, I don't know, like, I don't know, but
I agree. I mean, I feel like the German league, and this is I'm not trying to call anybody out right now, but yeah, I feel like the German league is more of a, I would rather watch the French league than a German league. I think that the French league is a little bit more competitive than the German league at this point, because I don't know, when you have the likes of like Dortmund not even able to keep up, and Dortmund has got some pretty great talent. But anyway, that's just what I think. I think that I'm with you. I think that if you're gonna dog on France, maybe give them 4th spot, but they're definitely not the worst league in Europe.
Yeah, as far as competition goes, because I feel like, maybe this is a conversation for another day when you talk about like competitiveness. Like, I don't think it's like, for example, like, okay, like the first team is like all the way up here competing with all the best teams in Europe, and like the team below them in second can't, or like, are they all the same level? Like in France, like I would agree with you that the French league is more competitive with all the teams in the league versus like the Bundesliga, where it's like
and they have better talent coming out of the French league. Yeah,
that too, no doubt. Okay. Other hot topics. I wanted to talk about Everton beating Chelsea, but I don't really feel like talking about that anymore.
Let's skip it up. Skip it over.
Lately. So yeah, let's just go.
They're still in Champions League.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Like the only thing I was gonna say is like, I was like, it's cool. Like Frank Lampard did a lot for Chelsea when he was managing us. Brought a lot of kids through.
Right.
Tammy Mason, Reece James.
Reece.
Okay. Got Ben Chilwell on board. He did good things for us, and then a man had to come in and take over. I feel like the least we could do is, let him win a game with Everton so that they can get one step closer to not be relegated.
Just not let him get relegated. Let's just keep that, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever. Like, we'll be top 4. So let's get into some speculation. Okay, so first thing, I was thinking about this. So first off, let's talk about my man Cristiano Ronaldo. Does he stay in? He has a contract for another season. Does he stay at Man U now that Ten Hag is coming over? Or
I just don't know where he'd go, but I do think that Man U need him. With that, man, he scored the last, he didn't even play in the game prior to the Arsenal match, but he scored their last 4 goals or something at this point.
Hey,
I just don't get why you wouldn't want him. Yeah, he's the second top scorer in the league, has played less games than the top scorer in the league. United can't score. They've got the new age Theo Walcott. No offense to either Marcus Rashford or Theo Walcott, love them both, but what else do they have?
They got that Swede. They got that boy Anthony Elanga. They got Sancho.
I don't see them doing anything better with Ronaldo leaving. They have to keep Ronaldo. If he leaves, it's a longer process for them to move forward if he leaves. But
okay,
we're not.
Let me run this by you then. Right. So one of my homeboys, I'm not gonna call him out, but I'm gonna send you this video. You know who you are. Staunch Ronaldo hater. Biggest Ronaldo hater I ever met. Messi fanboy, big time. We were talking, and he says to me, Blaine, Ronaldo makes the team worse. And I say, how? He's scoring all the goals. And he said, if you look at the team that he goes to, they progressively get worse, but he progressively gets better. He said, take for example, Juventus. Let's say they had 100 points in Serie A. Ronaldo comes, they only get 90, and they score less goals. But Ronaldo scores more goals. Or that was basic.
All right, I get what he's saying. But look at Juventus this year. Trash. Barely making the top 4. I mean, and they've really only come to form in the last few weeks. So,
well, I mean, my rebuttal was Andreas Pirlo was also coaching him, and he was horrendous. So it felt more of like it's like, okay, Ronaldo happened to be there at the time that they let Allegri go, and then they brought in Sarri and Pirlo, who both ended up being poor coaches, and they were suffering despite Ronaldo being on the team.
Yeah, that was a bit of a sinking ship, I think. I mean, yeah.
Which, and then also, I kind of feel like it's also kind of the same case for Man U. Okay, they won second last season, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Man U came in second in the Premier League. Ronaldo comes in. He's been getting all the goals. So people ask the question, if he wasn't there, would those goals be there? My opinion is no.
No, I'm with you.
Make an argument that because Ronaldo's there and he's forcing people, he's basically, the argument is he's forcing people to feed him the ball so he can score goals. And he won't.
Is he forcing Bruno Fernandes to miss penalties? Is he forcing Jadon Sancho to shoot it over the cross? I mean, I just don't get it. Like, it's not his fault that he's amazing and he's scoring 18 goals a season and he's 37 years old. And it's also not his fault that Man United now have had, this is going to be, was this 3 coaches in one season? They got rid of Ollie. Didn't they have an interim? Now they had this German guy, and now they've had Eric Hangers. He's not going to take over, I guess, at the end of the season. But it's hard to play under 4 different managers or 3 different managers, 2 different in one season. I mean, and that's not it's a pretty young Man United team, and I love Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho.
It's fault that Harry Maguire's playing like an idiot.
And they didn't even play. Like, they took him out. He didn't even play in the last game. He's on the bench.
Yo, yeah. Wamba, it's like I feel like it's another thing. Like it's a sinking ship. There was an anomaly where they came second because nobody else could. Like Liverpool had like the fact like if you just look at it like from like a bird's eye view, Liverpool came in below Man U. If that doesn't tell you that the season was off, like if you're going to look at that and suggest that Man U has been a better side than Liverpool since what's my man's name? Jurgen Klopp came.
Yeah.
You're smoking.
Yeah, no.
Like,
no.
It was an anomaly year for them. It was an anomaly year for Chelsea. It was an anomaly year for a majority of clubs. It was almost like the year that Leicester won the title, like this was it 15-16 or 14-16, where it's like nobody did good except for Leicester.
Yeah.
Last season, no one did good except for City.
I mean, City ran away with it. Yeah, City ran away. Yeah.
So Man U wasn't good.
No. And I'll just say this. Good. I would take Arsenal, or I would take Ronaldo at Arsenal or any team that I currently support, even in 37 years old. But he's not the problem. The problem is the players. The problem is the management. The problem is the upper management. The problem is, I mean, was Ole the greatest? Probably not, but he's a man that you gotta kind of stick with and go with, like what I think Arsenal is doing with Arteta right now. But it's not Ronaldo's fault.
I agree. Okay. This is also coming from a staunch Messi supporter.
Yeah.
Okay. Argentine true and through. Blue blood. Okay. Let's do some more speculation. I think we already talked about this. Who do you got for the Premier League this season? Man City, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Same. Okay, here's another heated one. Another contentious tie. What side of the San Siro was going to hang up?
AC. I think it's AC Milan. I think it's AC Milan.
Yo, but I agree.
Which is crazy because it'll be the first. Yeah, I mean, they're only two behind. I'm looking at it right now. I think it's AC Milan. I think that, which is crazy because I think the last time they won it was when Ibra was there anyway, over 10 years ago or whatever. And they're going to win it again with him as a 40-year-old. And that's the other reason I want him to win it as a 40-year-old. That would be amazing. But I do think they'll win.
I agree. I don't want them to. Obviously, I'm an Inter fan, but yeah, I think AC is they're in pole position.
They are, yeah, and they're yeah.
Okay, keeping through with the speculation. Madrid next season and Barcelona next season. Is Barcelona going to be able to compete with Madrid for the title?
I think that they could compete. I think that what Xavi has done has been pretty incredible. I think that if they can get some good signings, then yeah. But I also read that they want to get rid of like all but 4 players. One of them even is that they want to get rid of is Aubameyang. Like, I don't really know what's going on at the management of that club either, but I think that Xavi knows what he's doing, and I think that he can get them back up there. I hope he will, but I think that he will. Otherwise, I don't know. Barcelona's still the place that people want to play, especially under Xavi. And had they not had this hiccup all the way up until Xavi came, I think that they would have made it a little bit more competitive. But obviously, Madrid still would have won. But yeah, I think they'll get back there. Because at the beginning of the year, we were talking about like, why would anybody want to go to Madrid? They're trash. They're letting everybody go. Like, and they've been, still cruising through it. So I think they'll still be the favorites, but I think that Barcelona could at least make it more competitive.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. And I asked the question because, like you said, we thought Madrid was out. Now it went, okay, Benzema breathed the breath of youth into the entire team. Vinicius Jr. decided that he wanted to be a world-class winger. The other Brazilian kid, basically, he's like, yo, if you guys need help, I can also help. Mbappe might come. My man Tony Rudiger coming through.
Yep. Yeah, they're far from being gone.
They're far. They just getting started. And on the flip side, they're saying like Barcelona's like, I heard rumors that Frankie De Jong is gonna go to Man U.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't see that, but yeah, there's always rumors. I don't know why anybody currently would want to go to Man U unless they love Ronaldo.
No, that's still not a reason he would tell you not to come.
Plus, he might not even be there. But
yeah, that too. Okay. Let me see what else we got. Oh, here's another big one. So I feel like, man, this is kind of the fact that Mino's gone. This like probably makes things way. I hate to say it, but this probably makes things way easier in terms of negotiating for Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
I think people are saying it's definite that he's going to go to City. Okay, so let's just accept that. Let's accept that he's going to City. City's running away with the league. That's going to be crazy. Here's the question that people don't know. So there's been reports that Gabriel Jesus, who has been in rich goal scoring as of late, they say Arsenal wants him. Is that a good decision? Would you take it?
So it's interesting because, you know, he's always kind of been a striker, and then this season didn't he move to like right or left? Right, or left?
Yeah, right. He's playing on the right.
Okay, and we both were like, this dude was never a striker anyway. And then he moved back to the center forward, and here he is crushing it. So if he can be this Jesus, then yeah, it'd be amazing for Arsenal. But I just don't see it sustaining. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if he can keep this up, yeah, I would obviously love Jesus there. But he's not going to take Bukayo Saka's spot, I would imagine. And he's not going to want to... And I don't know that he's built for, you know, a long-term striker position. I don't know. If he is, cool, let's bring him on and you know, because we definitely need someone. And Ketchia's probably gone, so they say. Lacazette's probably gone. Obviously, Longye's gone. So yeah, our Arsenal needs someone who can score goals and who's a proven goal scorer. Is he a proven goal scorer? I don't know. He scores here and there. He's proven it the last month or two, but he's no Haaland.
Well, bro, I hate to be the one that breaks you. I don't think City's going to let him go. I think people are...
I don't either.
Because, like you said, like, he plays better off the wing anyway. And when you play in a team as dominant as City, it's easy to be fooled by a player's abilities. It's like, yo, he's like in this system where all he basically has to do is put in passes or like get a head on or crash the box.
Yeah, exactly.
He out here looking like a Ballon d'Or top 10 nominee.
Yeah, but just the last couple months of it.
Okay, you put him in a system where he actually has to work, you might get something.
Yeah, I don't know that works. Yeah, you're right. Also, why would you want to leave? Even if you're not starting, why would you want to leave City?
I wouldn't leave. If I was him, I'd be like, I'm fine. Like,
even if Arsenal make top 4 and they're in the Champions League, like, I'm not leaving City. You crazy?
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I'm like, yo, like, I don't, like, I mean, I know players want to play, but, like, there's something, like, about the prospect of, like, yo, like, I am playing enough. We're in all the competitions. Like, why would I want to go?
Yeah.
Like, you go into war at Arsenal. Why would you go to war? You don't have
this
to,
is
like,
real work.
Arsenal
got that real work going on.
Yeah, like, those boys, like, I mean, I watched them play today. Like, they're working. I mean,
they're working.
Done, but they're working. You know?
Yeah.
You really want to work like that, or you just want to keep possession for 80% of the game?
Right. Get a couple tap-in options. Yeah.
Go pull a hamstring, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, shoot, man, that's all I had.
That's it.
On the list.
Well, that's good because Grace been texting me like, hey, this rest of the hotel stops serving food in 20 minutes, or in 23 minutes, so I gotta head down and eat.
Okay, go get that food then. Guys, thank you for checking us out. We're back off hiatus. We'll be back next week with another episode. We'll catch you on the set.
Blaine, good to see you, Blaine. It's been a while, so happy to be out here again.